Yeah, we have 2 people that want to join our group.
What?
This other guy.
Who's this other guy?
He's from like South Africa. So he says group meets like at a different time. It's like super late for him.
I said, no. I said, no, I don't. Well, too bad. He's not.
Well, he is, but
Oh, he is?
he just emailed me back.
Well, we're already here.
And this has already started. And then I guess we just wait. But anyway.
I felt like it was literally everything that we've been doing for all of the other types of questions, but just for proportions instead. You know what I'm saying? We're just finding that it's literally the same thing. It's plus or minus. You're just using a slightly different equation. But the principle behind it is exactly the same.
I just like how they keep giving us Excel files to do it all.
One thing I really liked is the summary at the end of the chapter. It literally tells you everything that you should remember.
Really formula-centric chapters. Like,
Seems like really
if you know the
formula-centric class.
Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah, one thing wrong. Or you make some up. It's rough. Well, I think this is one of those times that we should probably just do the quiz. Because we have to talk about that thingamabob, yeah.
well,
Neither one of us, we're just like, that's the thing, we don't know what it is.
Thing we have to
That
do,
one thing.
that project.
let's see.
It's not like we don't need more things.
Yeah,
You didn't hear anything.
twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to meet more as a group, actually. Every day.
You guys are a substitute for my social life. So
What?
you guys are a substitute for my social life.
How did I know?
Wonder if that guy's coming or not.
Well, if he doesn't.
Okay, so there's just the big formula for the confidence interval. What have we been doing this chapter again? We're just
Friends.
We're doing the confidence intervals.
confidence intervals. Like what's the new thing that we?
I don't really feel like we've
Actually, yeah.
Because it's p hat. Oh, I guess it's all p hat that we're
Yeah,
doing
the
this week.
difference is we're just dealing with proportions now instead of,
Yeah, most of the things. Like,
yeah, it's all pretty similar. Just applying it in a different way, I guess. And then we also did a little bit of solving for certain things. And instead of just,
They didn't give you P, you had to do some of this.
Okay. Yeah, and then there's that thing that we learned last time, greater than or equal to, or like the two tests or whatever.
oh, the ones that we couldn't
Greater than
figure
10.
out last time.
Yeah.
But it's actually pretty dang simple. We're
Oh, I
making
think-
it way complicated.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Hi, Bruce. So that's Bruce.
Yeah, I'm Bruce. And then
Hi.
got him.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay. So we're just talking about the assignment.
Okay.
Just share my screen. So we're talking about confidence intervals and kind of like what we're getting out of the chapter. So
Okay.
okay, so there's, and then the test statistic for this chapter is like a z-score, but it's a funky news z-score.
Funky. Yeah. Well, you mean equation for it is funky and
Yeah.
yeah. square p divided by the square root of p times 1 minus p over n.
Yeah.
Okay? Just p hat minus p over the standard deviation.
Okay, and then everything else seemed to be.
And p proportion, and p is the population proportion.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's helpful or just.
It's really helpful. Yours. Yeah, I
Okay,
felt like it was
was-
pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, that's human.
Yeah. Do you have any parts that you were thinking about with the assignment, or? Okay.
Are we talking about the group meeting quiz for lesson 17?
We were just talking about the preparation assignment. We're just about to do.
Okay. Let me just go there quickly. I haven't looked through that. I didn't actually look through that. I just did the. I worked through the quiz, the meeting quiz.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Let me just open up that quickly.
Yeah, because I guess meetings is we've been doing the quiz together. I don't know if that's right or wrong. Just in the
No,
preparation
I think that's right. You guys are doing it right. I think that's the way to do it. I think. I just want to go to lesson 17, the quiz.
For some reason, I feel like today
The
I'm really tired. Probably because I went to the gym 2 days in a row. I'll take a break. My body just wants to.
the part that I okay, yeah, I've got it here. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's fine.
Study for 2
Oh, yeah.
hours and get it.
Yeah. So did you want to go over that prep assignment a little bit more, or did you?
No, it's fine. I think we when you're ready to go on to the meeting quiz, that's fine. We can do that. But the next time I will prepare the the one that you talked about that we were supposed to do now, which was the preparation assignment.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That'll work.
Yeah, I think from what I I think I struggle a little bit with the hypothesis tests, so that may be a bit of a challenge for me this week. So I need to go through it again.
You accept or reject the null or the requirement?
No. And some of the questions that were asked, is to conduct a hypothesis test for one proportion, 2 requirements must be met. And I had a little bit of a challenge there. Yeah, that was question 11 and 12.
On the quiz.
On the quiz, yes.
One thing, but if you go to the chapter,
yes.
and then you scroll down to just like near the bottom, there's the last.
I think I
every single step that you would you would have gone through for that question.
Yeah, there are 5 steps there, I think. Eh?
Something like that, yeah. Have to see if it passes the requirements.
Yes.
After that, you have to figure out what the null types are. Then you have to compute the z-score.
Okay.
And then when you compute the z-score, what you do with the z-score is you plug it into the normal probability applet to get your proportion.
Okay.
Compare the proportion you get above in that area on the normal probability applet with the 0.05. Know if that proportion is smaller than the 0.05, then we reject the null. But if it's larger, we fail to reject the null. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I think I have a I think I have a little bit of an understanding of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think I'll just have to do the calculation. The calculation is probably quite a difficult one.
Yeah, there's a lot of formula that you have to remember. It's kind of tedious. I just realized you were pointing the camera.
Yeah.
I just realized the camera was pointed at me.
Oh, okay. I can see you drinking. Where are you guys? Are you at the campus?
Oh, yeah. Was there any other questions that you had, or is that pretty much it?
No, that's it. Yes.
Okay. Well, I think we should just go on to the quiz if you're okay with that.
Yep.
All right. Do it, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
True population proportion. It's not p hat. It is p. Regular p is the population proportion. P hat is the sample proportion. P squiggle is nothing. You're trying to lie to me.
Okay. So yeah, do you want to go through the quiz with us? Are you good then? Or
No, I'd like to go with you guys. Yes, definitely.
okay.
I want to join your group, so I need to. Our group, or my group, actually dissolved, and because we were only 2, and then the other person joined another group, and then I was left alone. So I'm here I'm an orphan, so I need to get to a group, and so hopefully you guys will take me in.
Yeah, for sure.
So n times.
We've also got this assignment coming up, the project.
Oh, also got what? Sorry, kind of choppy.
The project for the project that we need to do for.
Yeah, we're good to go.
One sec. Okay, yeah. So you have that project. We're doing the quiz. I need to start. You guys are on question 5 already. Maybe we should just all join the group call so we're all on the same page. But
that'd be hard. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
I guess that'll give us the infinite feedback thing.
Yeah.
Did you just freeze? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, good deal. So
question 3 is just
I'll
asking
share my screen.
what is the true population proportion? And as we know, p hat is for the sample. And
Oh, like another online.
yeah.
That's pretty true too.
It'd be easier if you could-
I mean, we're happy. to
I
have
mean,
it,
this
but-
week. I just think it might.
Yeah.
I'll have you explain this.
So we were just thinking it might be easier since we're the only on-campus group. It might be easier group that met online for you that like meets all in person. I mean, we're happy to have you, but I think it might work better for you if they were to have another person in call with you because we don't ever like video anyone. So
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're on campus. So you run on campus with your group.
yeah, we're fine with it, but we meet on campus. So like everyone else might
Okay.
for you. I don't know.
So it's going to be a bit difficult, I think, because I mean, you guys discuss it there, and it's easier because I'm the only one now being on Hangout over here.
Yeah, I think there's actually a couple other ones that are in Rexburg that do meet all online.
As far as I know, the majority of the classmates
Okay.
Yeah,
do
I think we're
actually
the only group that
campus.
actually meets in person. Everyone else, like, there's like 10 other groups.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
honestly, it's whatever.
I wish I was there.
Casting you away.
Yeah, it's just up to you. If you want to stay, it's totally fine with us.
But I think it's going to be a bit awkward for you guys as well because maybe not everybody is on a PC at the moment or on the video group at the moment.
For
How many of you are meeting at the moment?
oh, there's 3 of us.
3. Is it? You know, I'm just thinking now whether it's going to be a good thing because it's going to be. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I mean, what do you think? Is it a bit awkward for you guys?
No, it's fine either way.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. Nothing. If we can see how it goes, and then maybe
Sure.
maybe we will maybe do it once or twice, and if it doesn't work, then it's going maybe a bit of a challenge. I need to be part of a group to do the project.
Oh, nice. Doesn't look.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so yeah, let's just keep going through the quiz then.
Okay.
So question 3, the symbol for the true population proportion is which of the following? Is the true one p hat?
No, it's population, and it's the
I think it's the last one.
sample, and
Yeah.
it's p hat.
Okay, so it's the one without the.
That's right. Yep.
The next equation is equals to 100, and p equals 2.25, and p hat equals 0.10. The true requirements for constructing the confidence interval is satisfied. So that just means we have to plug it into the thing.
Yeah, and we already checked it, and it met the requirements.
Is that what?
This was it right here. N times p is greater than or equal to 10, and n times 1 minus p is greater than or equal to 10. So you just plug them in, and it.
Yep.
You got it as well.
Yep. Agree.
Okay, sweet. And then the requirements for conducting a
Yeah.
hypothesis test. Are those not the same thing?
Yeah, the same thing.
One is the interval.
Well, if you go to here, it says, "Hey, look, are the requirements satisfied? Yes, yes. Click, click, and then it just goes straight into it. So there's no other requirement."
Yeah, it says. Yeah. But it's, oh, no, actually it says
So-
in-
But why would it
says
be?
NP, not just P.
Oh yeah, I already knew that. So n times p is 25, which is definitely greater than or equal to 10.
Why is it asking? So the requirements for constructing a confidence interval, and then the requirements for conducting a hypothesis test.
Let me check.
Are those not distinct things because they're asking it?
So here's the thing, and I see where you would be saying that, but it wouldn't make sense in this homework, in this example, that they would just go right into the hypothesis test if this wasn't the requirements for me to hypothesis test. Maybe they're asking us because the requirements are the same, but they want the requirements are the same for both.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look it up, but from what I remember from the chapter, there was no other.
The confidence interval is hypothesis test is
Okay, so we got to test both. That's the difference. So we already know that it's meant for confidence interval, but now we need to plug in p hat instead of p. Is that what you're saying? Oh, confidence interval is the p hat, but we don't know about the p hat. P hat is for confidence interval, and regular p is for hypothesis. So we just go to here, and we just plug it in again, but for fits also. Good. P hat is point. So well, first of all, we know that the first one would be 10, so that would be correct, because n times 0.1 is greater than or equal to 10. But the other one, I'd have to plug it in. Do you know where we are, what we're doing, Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be 1 minus 0.1, which would be 0.9 times 100. Of course, that would be 90. So they're met both ways.
They are the same.
Yeah, you use a different disguise.
Is that what you got too? Or,
I never noticed either. Keep frozen.
okay, question 6 then.
Yeah.
Um,
The random sample.
so,
Okay.
question 6 is basically 0.75.
Oh, it's basically what? Sorry.
I think it's 45 divided by the 60.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
I believe so.
0.750. Yeah.
You could just put in the Excel sheet, right?
Yeah.
Or
I mean, you could, but it's
X is
literally
45.
not a complicated formula. All it is, yeah, it's just X over N.
This will give you P. That says P hat.
Yeah.
You don't really need to plug it into anything. So now,
You got 0.750. 0.75. Okay, create a 95% confidence interval for the true proportion of first-degree murder trials in the state. Verdict is guilty. So the 45 is guilty, right? Margin of error, lower bound and upper bound. So you got to put it in this thing anyway.
well, yeah, but not.
Okay, so, and this is what?
So 95 for the true population proportion of first degree murder. Guilty. So what's the question? Well, as far as I understand, it equals 0.75 or it doesn't equal 0.75.
What are the 95% confidence? Determine the margin of error for this confidence interval.
So we go to the
The verdict is guilty.
homework.
45 of these people were found guilty. The null hypothesis is
equals 75%. That's the only thing. And then
That's the point estimate, though.
well,
Because
here I'm looking at the homework real quick.
I don't even know what the type of test is really with this. Or does that affect it? No, it's affect leave. And then all we're trying to find is the confidence interval, and we can find the confidence interval without
Yeah, so
knowing the null
p-hat
hypothesis
is
or
the
types of
point
size.
estimate.
Yeah, so it's like for the confidence,
Yeah.
because
and that's not
test only affects the p-value.
yeah, and the null hypothesis isn't going to change it. So yeah, we got it then.
Oh wait, what?
So the lower, I think that you've got it there. So your lower confidence interval is the 640. That's for question 8. And for question 9, it's 860.860. Did you get?
Oh, and then the margin error.
What is the margin of error?
Margin of error is just going to be against the mean, which the mean in this case is the same thing as p-hat, isn't it? Because p-hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we just the 0.64 or the 0.75, and we can minus it by this to find the margin of error, and hopefully that's.
Oh, so you how did you get that? So you did
You just subtract this by this.
the p-hat by the mean.
By the lower the upper bound.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're saying this is the distance from the mean, and then p-hat is equal to the mean.
Lower bound is 0.64.
Yeah. And upper bound is 0.860.
Okay, if you increase the sample size from 60 to 80, what would you expect to happen to the width of the confidence interval? It would decrease, right? Because
Yeah.
the more that you get, the smaller the.
That's correct. Yeah.
To conduct a hypothesis test for one proportion, 2 requirements must be met. Suppose p equals 1/2. What is the smallest n can be, and both required to be met? Oh yeah, I built a whole spreadsheet for this.
Yeah.
You were just like, it's 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit more than just.
It's good because
No, it's good. If it's more complicated, it's really nice to have.
Well, because
but
yeah.
it's not.
because it seemed really easy, but it is actually.
Yeah.
Well, just because you have to, or like it calculates if it passes the test or doesn't pass the test.
No,
and
sure.
stuff. So that's p equals 0.5, right?
Yep.
And then, so the minimum value is 20. Yeah,
So the answer 20.
yeah.
You built that whole thing.
Yeah, well, this thing does a lot more than that, though. It's like basically all of chapter 16. I just built the spreadsheet to help solve the answers because it's all formulas. So.
So you literally, nice. Send it to me.
'Cause it makes a good study guide, because it's just like you can see how everything actually works together.
Yeah.
Do you use it on the test?
I don't know if I can use it on the test.
Built one for like first their Excel spreadsheet.
Quite an impressive spreadsheet.
What did you say?
I'd say it's quite an impressive spreadsheet. Impressive.
So it's asking us
Thanks.
the exact same thing, but for 1/10.
2 requirements must be met. Suppose p equals 1/10. What is the
But
smallest
wait,
n
is
can be?
it
Both requirements still be met.
It's the same. It's literally the same question,
Just
but
instead of 0.5.
instead of 0.5, it's 0.1. And that's the only difference.
Could be 100.
Yes.
So it's 100.
Anybody want to verify that? This is right.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, I got to 100, but I'm very interested in your spreadsheet. It's quite a nice spreadsheet you've got there. Um,
Yeah, so basically all I did with this spreadsheet is I just took the formula. So like this is just calculating. So this times and this times this is the second test. And then it's doing kind of the reverse. So like, because to find out, like the formula to find out if it actually passes or not is like 10 divided by whatever this is for the first test. And then this is 10 divided by 1 minus that.
Hypothesis.
So that's all it's doing.
so it's that whole calculation, yeah, that you need to do.
So 100. Okay, for the water quality study in the reading, about 60% of the macro whatever has been associated with good health.
So first we have to find
Conduct a hypothesis test using the
P.
significance level of that. With the following hypothesis.
to find P.
True condition conducting a hypothesis test are
And
satisfied.
P is 0.6. So 0.6 has to be greater than or equal to 10.
So 0.6, and what's the other one?
80 because it's N.
Well,
And
the
then,
spreadsheet.
okay, and then the same thing has to, so 0.6 times 1 minus 0.6.
What does P have? I can.
Well, anyway, sorry.
So it's
No,
0.7
times 1 minus 0.6
Oh,
has to be greater than or equal to 10.
what were you saying?
I think P hat is 0.475, I think, for that one.
We divide, so it's like 38 divided by N.
Mhm.
So that's 0.75. That's
0.475.
okay.
So it passed, and the P hat is 0.475.
Mm.
Cool. And now find our test statistic.
That's the Z-score.
That's your Z-score, yeah, it's minus.
Now we got to take the 0.475 minus 0.6, the standard deviation, which is the square root
Or we just
of 0.6 times 1 minus 0.6 over 80.
so N equals 80.
Just plugging it in.
We can use this on the exam. That's quick.
He's checking right now.
So the null hypothesis is P equals 0.6, and then we're looking for something that's less than.
Yeah,
So this should tell us the right Z-score.
yeah, it should.
So it's negative 2.282.
Answer, Seth.
I just put in those numbers and put it on the spreadsheet, so I don't know.
What did you put on the spreadsheet? So 38, 80, and then 90.95, and then 0.6 for the null hypothesis,
And less
because it
than.
should equal that.
So what did he get? Ask him.
What did you get on it?
I got the same,
Did you get
yes. A negative two, a
Negative.
negative
Sorry, what?
2.282.
2.82.
2.282.
2.282.
2.282, yes, sorry, yeah.
Lots of twos. What is the p-value for this test?
So now we just plug it into the normal probability output to get the
Well, I mean,
p-value.
this already tells you the p-value.
It gives you there already. It
Value.
gives it on the I think there's 0.011, I think. Yeah.
0.011. Yeah.
Less than.
Negative 2.28. I can see if it matches. Negative 2.22. And then, well, the thing is,
It's
we
less
want it to
than
be less. So it is 0.02.
2.
Is that what he got?
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
All right. And so 0.011.
And the alpha, 0.05.
So it's low, so we reject the null.
Yep.
Which of the following best summarizes the conclusion of this test?
So
Going to be
sufficient evidence, not insufficient.
There's sufficient evidence.
Yeah, we have sufficient evidence to conclude that it's less. Does that make
The area has
sense?
decreased.
that.
Yes, decreased. And done.
35%.
Yeah. Go baby.
Why doesn't it tell you like at the top what you got?
I know it's really
It's like that's
annoying.
the thing I want to know.
Which one did you put the last answer?
So we have sufficient evidence to conclude that it's decreased.
Hmm.
So we get 100?
Yeah, I did.
So did I.
It's not a guarantee for everyone else.
Yeah, that was probably the easiest one we've ever done, I think.
Yep.
Cool. That was awesome.
Okay,
I feel good
so
about my life.
now
Is
for the
he-
project. Yeah, he's going to join us
Oh,
for the project.
oh, okay, okay.
And how do you say your name again?
It's Melvin.
Melvin.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you read up on the project at all? I haven't.
Well, a little bit. I think we just have to basically come to some sort of a consensus of what we're going to try and achieve, or what project we're going to tackle. Have you thought about what project or you want to do?
Yeah, like so just looking at it, it just seemed like it's simpler if we don't like observe people, because there's all stuff that the school wants you to jump through, or I guess the government wants you to jump through. If like but maybe we could go through the instructions.
Okay.
Could do
Image.
a type of chair, and we could do
The statistical probability of things.
about having a certain type of chair in each classroom.
Is that a probability thing though?
Sorry.
Well, like chairs in a classroom, because that's like a random behavioral thing. I don't know. Well, it's just
But if it's a random behavioral thing, then we would have to do.
I think they may mention something about, like, for instance, if you wanted to see, for instance, if you wanted to count maybe like M&Ms, like we call it Smarties here in South Africa, the different colors, for instance, in a box of M&Ms or something like that. So, the chances of you getting a certain color, and because you've got 4 or 5 colors in there,
Yeah, there you go.
that type of probability. Or, for instance, one could look at, I don't know, I was thinking about at an intersection, for instance,
Okay.
to see how many drivers go through an intersection, and there may be certain questions there that you have to ask. Do people observe the 4-way stop, whether it's a woman or man, depending on, we can say men maybe are more aggressive drivers than women, or vice versa, or whatever. So that's the type of thing, type of project that will be able to give us the sort of thing.
the stuff there.
Oh, now we just got to decide what we're doing.
Well,
Doing.
so this page. So, okay,
So
design
which-
the study.
Yeah. So
Review the
it's basically
on the
to
fi-
list the names of whatever and who's going to do what, and then to see what we need to collate, or what we need to assemble. and what the study is all
I
about.
hope this
So
is worth
It did.
really how many.
Your whole grade.
Yes.
10 is worth 10 points.
It's worth 10. Oh, this week's worth 10 points.
But
So, okay.
The whole thing is worth 10 points. We just having to design it this week.
The whole thing is worth 10 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This just looks so circular. Okay. You and your group will complete the final project to feedback on each step of the process. Please collaborate together on each step. Each step will be written by a different student in the group. Each time the main writer completes a document, they need to provide an opportunity for all group members to give. Please write below which group members will be the main writer for each step of the process. Okay. So that's the first thing we need to do.
Sure.
Exam 1 and 2 were 30.
So it's worth basically the same amount as a
Exam
big
4 is
exam.
125.
So it's worth the same
Exam
amount as a
for-
big exam, basically. I like that. I like those odds.
Unless you bomb these next exams.
I don't think I'm gonna
Okay.
bomb. I think I'm good to at least get a 7.
I don't mean you, but I mean like just someone.
Yeah.
It's-
So,
So what do we?
I'm gonna make a document and I'm gonna share it with
Like
everybody.
a Google Doc?
Yeah, Google Doc,
Sweet. Google is life.
Apple.
Apple too. Google and Apple.
Yeah.
Even though they hate each other.
Okay, let's see. This is B221A.
I just remember how annoying it would be to do an Excel project or something with a group and not have Google Sheets.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Shoot me now.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, we got to make a decision on who's going to do what on those things. So the main writer for designing the study, and there's 6 of them. So I don't know what order we want to do it in.
Be the view page. Or-
Yeah, the final project overview page. And we need to elect a group leader.
I nominate Bruce.
I'm not qualified.
Second group.
I swear Bruce
I
is
seconded.
more valuable than anybody else. I appreciate you
I'm humbled by the
volunteering
opportunity.
to be the group leader. That's awesome.
Okay, so as group leader, I
You're right now.
If it's,
Yeah,
if
everyone
it's,
else can write it.
Someone else to do the work.
Should be able-
yeah.
if it's Bruce, if it's too overwhelming, you need to sit back and just say it's fine. I can do it.
Yeah, okay, so main writer for each one of those. How do we want to do that?
Where you at? You're in.
He's in the final project over.
Yeah, I'm in the final project overview. I'll share my screen again.
I swear oh, there we go. I'm there. So, design a study. That's what's due. Due this week.
That's the guy named Dan.
Oh, Daniel can discern more truth. Remember, that's
Yeah, that whole.
That's that
from, like,
whole
week
thing.
Okay,
What's funny is I remember the phrase, but I don't remember what it actually signifies.
okay, so activity, go to the design the study assignment and click upload, but you click on this design the study link. It's like we're going around in a big circle. With these.
Wait.
Oh, okay, maybe here it is. Here it is.
There we go.
Okay, this is a group project. Everyone in the group is responsible to help and create and edit each document associated with the final product. I would suggest creating a Google Doc in whichever member can add and edit.
Wow, you're so smart. Thanks.
So far ahead of them. List both academically and legally.
Oh,
Let's
this
just-
is
let's just
getting
throw that in
intense,
there.
guys. Legalities. You don't want to misrepresent the M&Ms that we're counting.
You know,
BYU Idaho
lied about their
students lied about what the probability of getting an orange M&M is in a bag of M&Ms.
It might
Actually, maybe we should do
it might make it into the scroll though. I mean, that's cover material.
that.
Okay, each step is listed below. We'll need an overseer.
I want to oversee.
That's like even a.
Overseer. It sounds like something.
Is that
from
better than a
Super
group leader, like an overseer? Like that sounds like a promotion. But anyway, the overseer is the main writer and the person responsible to manage each document.
Oh, the main writer? No, I am not.
The overseer should facilitate the group's discussion.
It's the same
Documents is needed.
thing.
Well, but it's like every assignment, like they
Bruce is the leader and
No.
the overseer.
no, but they say that like every week you have
the
to
main
switch.
writer.
Yeah.
On the final project.
Here.
But to design study, he clicked on this.
Design the self-report quiz. Everyone must take the quiz.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the design the study actual assignment. You are to create your own research question based off of the interests of the group. You example of previous studies to give you a possible idea. This list is not an exhaustive list. Please be creative. Informing your research question.
Are they asking it, saying we have to be creative, or that?
More like suggestion.
Yeah, that's true. Let's just pick.
Yeah, let's do. Are there 1,000 chips in every bag of Chips Ahoy?
Buy some Chips Ahoy bags. Yeah, freaking it. I'm keeping the receipts.
Is there a difference in the price of books at the BYU Idaho bookstore compared to those available online? Are men and women more likely to walk on the ground than someone who walks on the grass?
That's not hard because we could easily look up on like Amazon and stuff like that and compare the prices, and we could just go to the bookstore and look up and pick.
Yeah, but we can't use those. So
Why not? Is there a difference in the price of pencils at the bookstore compared to the price of pencils online?
I'm sure.
So that does
Okay,
help, though.
you-
That difference. Is there a difference?
well, we could compare the U.S. and South Africa. Probably pretty easy on stuff.
In terms of the pen, in terms of university equipment,
Yeah, I mean, we could figure out something that's easily get it to, and you could easily get to there, and then we could just compare the data against you, and that might be kind of interesting.
yep, can do that.
The price of Oreos. Nope. Yeah, but it's like so with milk, like it's like so we go to Walmart and milk. Is that the end of like that's our data set? Is one sample point, or we're gonna need to go look at every Walmart in the
and
surrounding
remember what
area?
they say. At
Right.
least 30,
Yeah.
right, for it to count.
So we should take that into consideration that we're gonna need at least 30s of something, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, the sample must be
buttons on.
more.
What was that? Sorry.
So the sample must be 30 or more, eh? At least 30.
Yeah.
Mm.
We were trying to determine if the rotting orange or an edible orange.
Do we-
What?
Do we? I think for this week, it is probably just to complete this document, isn't it? As to what we're going to, what is the population we are studying? What is your experimental unit? Do we have to answer all those questions tonight?
Like, or I don't know, like unless we want to decide on our own, but it's just like, this is the assignment right here, design the study. So we have this 14 questions.
Yep.
Ahoy is good because you just get 30 bags of Chips Ahoy.
It's true. Chips Ahoy would work.
Well, I mean, but we'd have to find what they had in the example.
It's true. Let's pick something else. Let's pick something that
Leaders?
would be.
30 bags of
Yeah, we could do M&Ms.
find how many.
Is there a difference in the probability of getting an orange? Is there a difference in the number of each color in M&M bags? But let's get peanut butter M&Ms because I like those.
Big bag is like something small, like Smarties, or like party size.
I'm gonna buy some.
Okay.
Well, we
Okay.
could get 30 small bags of M&Ms.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could probably find that on Amazon.
Well, what if we did that and then we compared it? So we compared the data from like a U.S. thing, and then we compared like data from South Africa, because that'd be really easy to get a sample size of 30. You know?
That's true. So we could get a 30 here, and then we could just find some statistic for other places.
Well, he's in South Africa, so
Oh,
yeah. So,
that'd be cool.
I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Hmm. I can see what I get here, and we can compare. We
Yeah.
Can use, yeah.
I like
Do you
that.
guys have? I don't know how different it is there or not.
Do they sell M&Ms over there?
Yes, they do. Yes.
Do they have the little bags, like the little snack size bags?
The little small. Yeah. We've got the small size bags. Yes.
Yeah. That's what we want to get. We don't want to buy a whole bunch of huge bags.
Yeah.
30 of those. That'd be insane.
They're too expensive anyway.
Yeah.
They about
Yeah. So if we got
they're about 10 rand here in South Africa for the small bag. So
This is
10 rand
business.
is like $1.
oh, it's like $1. Okay.
Technically, If
Yeah,
I bought them and then I gave them out to all of my team members, it would technically be a business expense.
So
Well, I have a business card.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
but we should just make sure we get the exact same.
The only thing.
like
Sorry, go ahead.
the exact same size.
I mean, if you can't
Yeah.
find small,
I think it's about 50 grams,
50 grams
45 grams or something like that.
What is that?
in ounces. Just
if you
kidding.
can't get the small
Oh, grams. Okay, so in ounces.
Our size one?
You have to convert. Let me convert quickly.
It might say in grams on the thing too. Like we can just go
I could
check.
totally. No, that wouldn't work. I just realized it can't be a business expense because we're gonna open
It's
them
gonna be
all
like
up.
$4 if we all split it. Like I think
What is this? 1.58, 1.59 ounces.
Yeah.
okay.
That's a small bag.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, just like
Here you go.
party
We got a
size.
staple on it.
Okay, so then what do we want to do? Blue M&Ms, or do we just like pick one color?
Well, we don't have to pick a color. We could just say. Well,
How
no.
many
Let's
pieces are in
color.
there?
That's what I'd say.
if we pick a color, it makes it more simple.
Instead of counting.
Because if we don't pick a color, then we have to look at the proportion of every single color. You know.
No, because we get it simpler.
But I feel like there's not going to be. If there actually is a difference, then that would.
But who knows? I mean, like it doesn't really matter. Like we're just trying to do like a statistical thing. They do it by ounces, so it's or like grams.
That's true. Maybe some M&Ms are slightly smaller.
That'd be interesting.
How many? Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Just how many total?
Just eat 300 M&Ms. Had the little snack-sized packs of peanut butter.
So there'd probably be about 15 to 20 M&Ms in a packet.
Probably. But that's what we're gonna find out.
Yeah. So now we gotta. So this is what I'm writing up on it. We're trying to determine if the average bag of party size M&Ms have the same
amount
of M&Ms.
in the United States.
Or do US do it? I would say just combine it so we don't have to think about tests.
Well, how do we combine it?
Well, I mean, we just
We
do
just
it.
do,
That's what I'm saying,
and
but like,
we just see if there's the same amount in each
not,
one.
yeah, not being like in the US or something.
The other one sounded kind of cool, but this is more simple.
Did I just?
Well, we could say, yeah, it is
then
more
we'd have to
simple.
Get his 30, our 30.
It'd just be interesting.
we could
to-
ask
if like the
him what-
average amount of M&Ms differs from the U.S. or South Africa, or if it's not statistically significant.
How crazy would it be if there was
Yeah,
close to 3 more per bag in his? Everybody move to South Africa. They have more M&Ms in their bags.
because we also gotta sell this.
Yeah, I think that it might be too simple to do it that way, and that our teacher might dock us for not
So
being
we're
creative.
buying ours and he's gonna buy his.
Yeah,
Okay.
your game with that.
Are you cool buying over there and we compare?
Yep.
Okay.
Just to confirm, we're doing the tiny.
Yeah,
We're
just
doing
the,
the
just
smallest
the
of the
small
small
ones. Yeah.
ones.
We're trying to determine if the average bag of party-sized M&Ms have the same amount of M&Ms in both the U.S. and South Africa.
Or you could say
SA.
I mean, obviously, there's a lot of assumptions with that bag. What population are you studying?
what do you mean we're only taking one bag? We're taking 30 bags.
Population is 30.
The population is the bags in the just like overall, right? How many per bag for every place?
Sizes. WCP bags.
I think it's 30. Well, I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
That's one thing I was confused about actually on the exam. It
Yeah,
asked, it does this pass because, and then you had the sample
It
size,
has the two.
and it had the option of, yes, it passes because there's 60, which was 30 in each, or it says the other, it passes because there's at least 30 in each. Bothersome.
Okay, so what is your experimental unit? In other words, what is the smallest entity for which you are collecting a single piece of data for your analysis? Is that a party-sized bag or is that an M&M?
It would be a party size bag because we're not comparing individual M&Ms. We're comparing the bag.
Wait, so what's the population?
It only asks for population,
Oh, it does.
but it's like, what population are you studying? And I think there's two separate populations because there's the U.S. one and this one. Yeah.
So okay, it's not each in limited.
No.
Oh, that was-
But what is your response variable?
What is our what?
Is number of M&Ms. Response variable. Is your response variable qualitative or categorical? Quantitative.
Quantitative. If we were asking, are M&Ms taste better in Africa compared to the United
Which
States? then that would be
statistical methods are you going to use for your study? It should be one of the following 8 methods. Quantitative, one sample sigma known, one sample sigma unknown. Oh no, we're actually going to have to use this.
qualitative.
Just kidding.
Um,
Quantitative, 2 samples. Are we still recording? We still are recording. This is going to be a long video. Yeah.
okay, that's
Quantitative, 2 sample
I
independent.
shouldn't have drank that much wine.
This is
So these are paired.
two samples.
No.
paired.
They're independent. 2 samples independent.
Yeah, 'cause that's
Yeah, they
true,
are
so
independent.
they
They
Yeah, they
don't
don't
depend.
each other.
Do you agree with that,
Yep.
Melvin?
It's true, but what,
So-
if after school you really want to know if
Oh.
there's more M&M.
Maybe for business.
I was actually thinking about having an M&M business. So this helps a lot.
Should I import?
What is your null and alternative?
Best bags.
That they're the
equal
same.
South Africa.
And
How do we write that?
well,
in the-
no, is that we that U.S. the number of M&Ms in a party-sized bag in the United States is the same number
just
in a
wrote-
party-sized bag
just thinking
in
about
South
this.
Africa. Yeah. Yeah, number M&Ms US or something like that per bag. I don't know. It doesn't really matter as long as we know what's going on. They better. From
I
what
don't know
I
how to-
remember,
I don't
there's
know how-
not very many in those little party size bags. Yeah, not very many.
The little symbols that grab me. It's like, how do you get a not equal sign?
Oh, I don't know. You can just say
I
not
just
equal.
Google search it.
Oh,
Which sample method would your group use? Systematic sample, cluster sampling. Please review the different data collection methods. Please note that the true random samples can be difficult and another method may be easier to obtain. If you choose your random sample, please describe in detail how you will pick and ensure the experimental units are selected randomly.
well, that's the thing. So how are we going to collect each 30
Well-
bags? And just go to Walmart on both sides and pick up 30 bags of the party size. It's not random.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be random though.
No.
There's system. Because there's other forms of.
What would that be if we did that?
Are you looking up chapter 2? Or?
Yeah. So it's not a simple random.
No,
You said that. It's not systematic. So it's every 10.
could be cluster.
What does cluster say?
Taking more randomly selected groups. So it's
One
like-
or more randomly selected
Yeah.
groups. Yeah.
I mean, it's somewhat randomly. So
Yes, but so one or more groups. So if our group is Walmart,
Say the cluster's like selected a couple months out.
technically picking 30 bags out of the tons and tons and tons that are in the grocery store.
well, what's the other one? So there's cluster. Cluster's an option.
Okay.
There's cluster. There's
Stratified.
Stratified. What's stratified?
Sample are organized into so lots of similar randoms. So that'd be like
I think one can do a random because you can just take there are sometimes 4 or 5 boxes of these things and we can just take one out of each box and then go back and take one out of each box till you get 30. I don't know.
those are accessible. Walmart.
Will that work?
Yeah. So would that be a different?
What would be,
Party size ones, but like that's gonna be a lot harder than or to
it's
find.
going to be hard to find. Yeah.
Well, we could get rid of him. No, we can't.
We could get rid of what?
I was just thinking of
We just start the test in the store. Just grab the third bag of things.
The only thing is to get 30 bags in the party size. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Well, it could be random, which isn't ideal, but
well, but
simple random.
no, that's
is-
even harder to get though.
It
Like to
is?
get a truly random sample of M&M bags.
Yeah, 1 year ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
convenience. Let's
which
do
is which we can't do because that one's like just
it. It doesn't count.
yeah, it doesn't count. But yeah, but if we bought, so money aside, if we bought the like bigger ones, then we could
30
pull,
bucks. That's the thing.
because you could get one from Walmart, you could get one
I
from
mean, that's
Rolos.
not that big of a deal if we
I don't know,
we
but-
did it right. If we did 30 bags here, 30 bags there, that's $30 you have to spend.
Yeah. So, is there anything else besides
And
M&Ms? Well, I mean, that's why Smarties would be. I don't know where you buy Smarties.
Do you get Smarties there? Which is I think, is that a Cadbury product?
Yeah,
That's
we
it?
have Smarties here.
Oh, you're smart. So we have Smarties here as well.
I
They
mean,
come in
so-
size box.
where to buy those?
small box.
Uh,
Yeah, so what we could also do is just find something you don't have to buy.
Something like it's just hard to mean there, but like we can do it here, like computers people use.
How do we do that?
Like just
Just
count
survey?
up.
Not a survey, just walk around.
Stocking.
We could do
Ask me.
well like cluster samples because you could take it from like different parts of campus
Yeah.
and you use that as the points of data.
STC, the Smith, the Crossroads or something.
Yeah, and so
And then we
and that's
do
nice because you
10
don't even have to
each?
go up and talk
Or-
to people.
That's the only thing that well, I guess that's true. And if we're not comparing necessarily, well, what we could do is how many people in the U.S. Use an Apple computer, and then we take this sample here and we compare it.
Hey, are you near college, Melvin?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
because
I mean, he doesn't necessarily.
well,
We can
but
go with just ours,
but I think it's just better though because it gives us a good study, you know, because we got to convince her to.
Wait, so what's better? What we just talked
so for the
about?
sake of that UC doesn't have the same buildings. Should we just do like the main lunch area?
Yeah, like a library.
Versus the Crossroads or the library. He does the main gathering area for that.
Compare?
Yeah, if we just compared libraries,
We do library, he does library.
and then I think we do not a systematic sample, like a systematic random sample or whatever. Like we say every sixth person we're gonna count, or every
How do we
fourth
count
person.
Every single person. Like,
Yeah, that doesn't make it.
Well,
just
like
scale.
yeah, you just go down like I don't know.
Just like randomly. Oh, he's number one. He's no. You know what I'm saying?
Well, is there a way to do a simple?
We could
ra-
do per table. Just take one from each table.
Hmm.
Because there's got to be.
No, they don't have tables in South Africa.
I mean, as far as smaller
Okay.
tables instead of long tables.
Um,
we could do
you could just do one in every three people though, or you could just do every single person.
it's like if you just went up to groups of people. Say I was talking to you guys, I went talking to you, and I talked to him. It's like 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could just say like in the library.
Or what you could do is you could just do half. So like every person. So let's say I come up to that, but that wouldn't work. Because what if there's one person? And that's never mind.
I think that'll work, and we'll submit it, and we'll see if she approves it, and then we can move on.
So how are you doing the sample? This collecting the sample?
I just think a simple, like, what are the
I'm
requirements for a
sorry,
sys-
guys. I gotta go to the bathroom.
What are the requirements for a simple random sample?
Has to be over 30.
No?
Maybe just open it up. It doesn't say requirements. It just gives you.
Okay.
items in one or more randomly selected clusters. So our cluster can be the library, not campus wide.
Yeah.
Just talk to, and we'd also do whatever person.
Yeah, just 3 people in the library. And we should just do like, we probably should just do it like Windows or Apple.
Yeah.
Just like the operating system, because that's like, you don't have to talk to people to figure that out about it.
Yeah, we can also just.
Yeah, and so that's nicer just because you don't have to be annoying and, well, not annoying, but.
Are you with IBC?
So, what do you think about that, Melvin?
I think that's fine. As that sounds fine.
Okay, good deal.
Just between Apple and Microsoft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. 30.
We'd be able to find that many though.
There's so many.
That's true.
You could find 30.
So we just each find 30 randomly. But the only problem is if we each find 30, then he has to find
That's true.
90.
90. Which I
No,
guess
I think together you need to find 30 and I need to find 30 on my own.
so.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
He was saying that if we all each find 10, then he can do 30.
Yeah.
Did we decide our question is?
We are trying to determine the operating system of computer the average student uses within a university library in both the U.S. and South Africa.
Okay.
U.S. students.
Should we just say if they're different or not, or should we say make an assumption that we think that there'll be
More or less.
Apple there, or
I think it's probably about equal, but I don't know.
I would think there'll be more Apple
yeah,
in the States than South
should we
Africa.
just say isn't equal, do equals or doesn't equal? That would be more.
This is categorical.
But I would
now.
kind of be interested to know what.
Which statistical method are you going to use? Independent categorical? Test of 1 proportion, test of 2 proportions. Test of 2 proportions.
It is 2. Well, if it's a proportion, then so let's say that the proportion of Apple products to what all else is 50 here, and over there it's 40. To be 2 proportions, it can't just be 2 whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be like, okay, so we're probably going to take Apple or whatever. We're going to say Apple's like this
Yeah.
proportion of the
Yeah,
total
so we have to be,
computers that
we just
surveyed.
have to be more specific and on proportion.
It's fine. We're talking for doing 30. That's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Apple cluster, what were you saying?
I was saying cluster because you're taking, because they're giving an example of things like each one. Here, we're just like building up the campus. Talking, or not talking, but just doing 30 in there.
Okay, how will you go about collecting your data? Describe in specific detail how your group will collect the data using sampling methods that's stated in question 8, obtained per population. Okay, how we will go? We will. Students. What's the university called near you, Melvin?
Would be WITS, WITS.
Wits.
That says, yes.
I have an odd feeling that I'm supposed to be doing something right now. Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm saying.
You know, Okay, I'm good. I thought I had something, but
Oh, my wedding was today. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. Collecting data. We will observe 30 students in the Library of Wits in South Africa and 30 students in BYUI in Rexburg. Data. I mean, they say in detail that we will observe 30 students in the Library of Wits and Science at BYU, Idaho. And then what sample size? So we're using 30.
30 in each.
Yeah, 30 in each.
Yeah.
Oh, this section should have enough detailed person that has never taken statistics course could replicate your study.
I don't think it's that complicated.
What requirements must be met to use this statistical method? Please review. Oh my goodness. Does anybody remember that?
What is-
Categorical
sorry.
test of two proportions. What are the requirements for those?
Oh, well, it's exactly what we've been doing. So we're doing two proportion. We're doing one proportion right now.
Proportion.
But the last one, but I think it's the same.
I think so.
It's the same. So I can't find it. So it's so first of all, it has to be
Well, n times p has to
n
be
times
greater than
p has to be greater than, and then n times 1 minus p has to be greater than or equal to 10.
And then you start parentheses.
Times 1 minus p for the hypothesis. And then p hat.
No, that's it's P.
Well, your
What do you
thing
mean?
involves human subjects, I guess. So kind of.
Well, so there was the hypothesis test,
Which was normal.
which is normal p, and then the other one was, yeah. So you might want to include convenience, which is the same thing but with p hat.
Yeah.
That's it. I got.
Yeah, it's where you're talking the summary.
Yeah, I remember now, but oh. All right, go here.
This is a question. What are the questions for survey? We have no questions. Are revision needed? Revise your survey as needed. Survey approval. Has your survey been approved by your instructor? No.
No, we're trying to get it approved.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Seth Powell.
German. How is it? Are they equal? Or one's more?
So we're
I
just
just-
determine if they're
I
equal or not
just
equal.
put the null as like the alternative as not equal
So
Yeah.
either one can be
Just
great.
Yeah.
different.
That's
because we don't really know. And then Kendall's last name is.
Boyer, B-O-Y-E-R. Well, my computer just died, so I can't do that anymore.
Then Melvin, what's your last name?
CEDRAS.
CAD what?
CEDRAS. So it's CEDRAS, CEDRAS.
Is that right or is that wrong?
No, that's wrong.
Okay, just
Oh,
start from the beginning. I'll just type it.
So E, yeah, C,
Actually, the work that was
E,
right now
E for,
didn't
E for egg,
Maybe I'll just copy it from the email. Sorry, it's getting a little choppy.
It's can we yeah. Maybe I can put in the chat here, save him.
I'll put it in the chat. Yeah. that'll help. Okay, so then we can submit this, and then we'll all be happy. And the longest Google Hangouts of all time.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Because I'll just submit that real quick.
Do you have to put in who's going to do what in terms of your design, the inference? Maybe you've got to put that in as well in this.
Oh, put in what with it?
You've got to. I think you've got to add in there who's going to do what. Isn't that part of the thing there as well? Fill in the name of the group members who will be the main writer and who will be responsible to upload the document on behalf of the group. And then, for instance, collect and describe the data, make inference, PowerPoint presentation. That's just below our names. I think, or we can do that later.
Do we submit that anywhere though? Okay, so after you designate which member of your group. Okay, so let's just do that real quick. So I guess I was the main writer for this first one.
Gotcha.
That's what we switch up.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's not going to be that complicated. So basically, we perform the study, right? Yeah. And then what we do is
Okay.
we just use all those formulas that we've learned.
So next week, who's gonna do it?
I'll do it.
Dang it. I was going to do it next week, Seth.
Dude, our test is so it's like 5 minutes each.
Okay, who wants to do it the third week?
I'll do the third week. Fine. Fine.
You less.
What is the?
Lawyer. You're killing me, Bruce.
And then do you want to do the fourth week then, Melvin?
Yeah, that's fine.
You added us all to that Google Doc yet?
Not yet.
Okay. We should probably do that right now. It'll just be easier for all of us to give you our email addresses right now.
We can just type it in. Yeah.
Or we could just
Main writer for the PowerPoint. I guess it starts at the beginning at Seth again.
Oh.
So,
There's literally only 1%.
so I'll do step 4.
How'd you skip yourself?
Yeah, that's true.
Whatever, I didn't do it this week. That was Kindle.
What? Yeah. What?
I'm doing it week 3. Okay. Well, there it is.
I just want to get a good grade.
I just wanted to freaking boost my grade. That's what I want. All I want to do is pass this class. I wonder if she says she watches our videos, right?
I think she does.
I wonder if she gets a kick out of them
The last one.
from our random conversations.
Okay.
Especially me, I totally forget that we're recording and I say some stuff. It's probably why I don't have a good grade in the class.
Yeah, she's like,
That Kendall
Okay, so that's probably it then, maybe.
rubs me the wrong way.
So it's designed, things are assigned. We'll hear back from her, I imagine.
She might give us some feedback. That would be helpful.
Yeah, okay, so I did the design the study thing and then it's not Okay, as far as adding everybody to Google folder.
Guys, look at this dog. Isn't that intense? Yeah, that's what it looks like. A freaking panther.
Okay,
It's a
so
pit bull.
see, I've got your email.
Look how much of a panther he looks like now.
You wanna just put in your email real quick?
Yeah.
Let's try this out. Actually, I could just put the.
Yeah, it's all good. Let me see if I can name.
Warrior. It's a hard last name.
So hard. Yeah, it's Gerler.
Last name. My last name.
It only works because boy is in there. Peck. Oh. Make out.
Bruce.
Peck. So that's your last name is Peck.
Yeah.
So if you just give a girl a peck, the opposite would be a make out. So you're Bruce make out.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, that's all on there, so I wouldn't worry about that.
She'll give us extra credit.
Okay.
Powelson.
Let's see. Do you want to?
There it is. Powell daughter.
I guess you already sent me your email this
Powelson.
morning.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you have to be very patient to still be watching.
I'm surprised you came up with that quick. I couldn't even think. I was just thinking about what is the opposite of Powell, but
What did you put? What did you say?
his it would be Powell daughter.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people's names would be whatever. They're like Patterson, Michelson.
Well, I guess, is there anything else left on that?
If my name was
I can send you the
Boyerson, it
email
would be girl daughter.
if you want. Or, well, I'll add you to that document real quick when I get that pulled up.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
there's
girl
anything
or
else that we need to talk about as a group.
Almost like girl or daughter.
No, that's fine. Thank you for.
No
Yeah.
problem, Melvin.
Yeah, thank you. It's fun to have somebody from South
Our
Africa, so
pleasure.
it makes it interesting. So
That's great. So you meet on Mondays and Wednesdays, eh?
yeah,
He's
at
so
the same
black, You
time.
can't even see anything.
Okay. All right, that's great.
Yeah, and then I
Wait,
usually
look at-
send out the video and
where's
stuff
this?
and upload and stuff afterwards. So
So I clicked on it. I saw something.
we
Yeah.
should.
Oh, it's right here. Look at that,
Oh yeah, thanks for chatting that to me.
dude.
I
he
guess
looks
we'll
so
see you
mean.
on Monday then.
Just like,
Okay, no, fine. Thanks,
so
guys.
strong.
I don't.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go home. and go
We'll
to bed.
see you later.
No, I'm just joking.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Have a
Bye,
wonderful. Yes, eh? Take care. Thanks for the group meeting. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Cheers.